Are you over 60 and struggling with morning energy crashes despite getting enough sleep? What if I told you that the protein choices you're making could be the difference between waking up refreshed and ready to tackle the day versus feeling like you need 3 cups of coffee just to function? Yesterday morning, Robert, a 67-year-old retired teacher, called his daughter in tears. "I used to wake up at 6 a.m. ready to garden and take long walks," he said. "Now I can barely get out of bed before 9, and even then I feel exhausted all day." What Robert didn't know was that his recent diagnosis of low GFR, reduced kidney function, meant his usual breakfast of bacon and eggs was actually sabotaging his morning energy instead of supporting it. Here's what most people over 60 don't understand about protein and kidney function. As we age, our kidneys naturally slow down, with GFR declining about 10 milliliters per minute per decade after age 40. By age 80, a GFR of 60 is actually normal, not diseased. But here's the critical part. When your GFR drops below 60, the types of protein you choose for breakfast can either energize your entire day or leave you feeling like you're dragging through thick mud. The problem isn't that you need less protein, it's that you need smarter protein choices. Research shows that adults over 65 actually need 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily to maintain muscle mass and energy. But when your kidneys are working at reduced capacity, certain proteins create waste products that build up in your blood, causing that heavy, sluggish feeling that ruins your mornings. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this could change everything about how you start your day. 6 specific proteins actually support both your kidney health and your morning energy levels, even with reduced GFR. These aren't just kidney-safe options that leave you feeling weak and hungry. These are energy-boosting, muscle-preserving proteins that work with your aging body instead of against it. Now, before we dive into these 6 morning game-changers, let me ask you something. When you wake up tomorrow morning, do you want to feel like you're 40 again? Or do you want to continue accepting that exhaustion is just part of getting older? Because the choice you make about breakfast protein could determine the answer. Number 6. Egg whites. Stop me if this sounds familiar. You've been told that whole eggs are too high in phosphorus for your kidneys, so you've either eliminated eggs entirely or you're eating some sad egg substitute that tastes like cardboard. But what if I told you that egg whites are actually one of the most perfect proteins for people over 60 with low GFR? Here's why egg whites are brilliant for morning energy when your kidneys aren't functioning at 100%. 2 egg whites provide 7.2 grams of high-quality, complete protein with virtually no phosphorus, the mineral that becomes problematic when your kidneys can't filter it efficiently. Unlike whole eggs, which contain 95 milligrams of phosphorus in the yolk, egg whites give you pure protein power without burdening your kidneys. But here's the real magic. Egg whites are what nutritionists call high biological value protein. This means your body can use nearly 100% of the amino acids for energy production and muscle maintenance. When you're dealing with age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia affects nearly 50% of adults over 80. Every gram of usable protein becomes crucial for maintaining your strength and vitality. Dr. Patricia Williams, a geriatric nephrologist at Mayo Clinic, shared a transformation story that perfectly illustrates this. "I had a 72-year-old patient, Eleanor, who came to me exhausted every morning despite sleeping 8 hours. She'd given up eggs entirely because someone told her they were bad for kidneys. We switched her to a breakfast of egg white scramble with vegetables, and within 2 weeks she was walking her dog again before 7 a.m. The timing matters too. When you consume egg whites in the morning, you're providing your body with easily absorbed amino acids right when your muscles need them most. After fasting all night, your muscle protein synthesis is primed for amino acid uptake. Egg whites deliver these building blocks without the metabolic burden that other proteins place on compromised kidneys. Here's the preparation secret that makes all the difference. Scramble 3 to 4 egg whites with kidney-friendly vegetables like bell peppers and onions. This combination provides about 14 to 18 grams of protein, perfect for triggering muscle protein synthesis in older adults who need higher protein doses to overcome age-related anabolic resistance. Number 5. White fish. Now here's a protein that most people over 60 completely underestimate, especially when dealing with reduced kidney function. White fish like cod, halibut, and sole aren't just acceptable protein choices. They're actually superior to many other options for morning energy when your GFR is below 60. Have you ever noticed how some proteins leave you feeling heavy and sluggish after eating, while others seem to energize you? That difference becomes crucial when your kidneys are working harder to process waste products. White fish produces fewer toxic metabolites during digestion compared to red meat or even poultry. A 3-ounce portion of white fish provides 15 to 21 grams of complete protein with significantly less phosphorus than meat or poultry. But here's what makes white fish special for people over 60. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids that actually support kidney function and reduce inflammation throughout your body. Margaret, a 69-year-old artist, discovered this accidentally. "My doctor told me to watch my protein because my GFR was 55, she explained. I started having baked cod for breakfast twice a week instead of my usual sausage and eggs. Within a month, I had more energy for painting, and my morning brain fog completely disappeared." The secret is in the amino acid profile. White fish is rich in lysine and methionine, amino acids that are easily processed by aging kidneys and quickly converted to energy. Unlike red meat, which produces high levels of urea and creatinine that can accumulate when kidney function is reduced, white fish creates minimal waste products that need to be filtered. Here's the optimal morning preparation. Bake or poach a 3-ounce portion of white fish with herbs and lemon. The mild flavor works surprisingly well for breakfast when paired with sautéed vegetables or a small portion of whole grain toast. This provides sustained energy without the afternoon crash that comes from high-carb breakfast choices. Number 4. Tofu. This might surprise you, but tofu is actually one of the most kidney-friendly proteins available for people over 60 with reduced GFR. While many people think of tofu as a bland, rubbery food, when prepared correctly, it becomes a morning energy powerhouse that supports both kidney health and muscle maintenance. Here's why tofu works so well when your kidneys aren't functioning at full capacity. Unlike animal proteins that create acid loads requiring kidney buffering, tofu has a neutral pH effect on your body. This means your kidneys don't have to work overtime to maintain proper acid-base balance, a crucial consideration when GFR is reduced. A half-cup serving of firm tofu provides 10 to 13 grams of complete protein with lower phosphorus content than most animal proteins. But here's the real advantage for people over 60. Tofu contains all essential amino acids in forms that are easily absorbed and utilized by aging digestive systems. Dr. Chen Wei, a geriatric nutritionist at Stanford Medical Center, shared some fascinating research with me. We tracked 200 adults over 65 with GFR between 45-60 for 6 months. Those who included tofu in their breakfast routine 3 to 4 times per week showed better morning energy scores and maintained muscle mass more effectively than those eating primarily animal proteins. The fermentation process that creates tofu actually pre-digests some of the proteins, making them easier for your body to process. This becomes increasingly important as we age and our digestive efficiency naturally declines. But here's where most people go wrong with tofu. They try to eat it plain or use it as a direct meat substitute. The secret is in the preparation and timing. For morning energy, try scrambling firm tofu with turmeric for color, nutritional yeast for B vitamins, and vegetables. This creates a breakfast that tastes remarkably like scrambled eggs, but with superior kidney-friendly nutrition. Number 3. Tempeh. Now we're getting into the really interesting territory. Tempeh is fermented soybeans that have been pressed into a firm cake, and it might be the most underrated protein for people over 60 dealing with kidney function concerns. While tofu is good, tempeh takes it to the next level because of what fermentation does to the protein structure. But before I explain why tempeh is so powerful for morning energy, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that some proteins seem to digest easily and give you sustained energy, while others leave you feeling bloated and tired? That difference becomes crucial when your kidneys are working at reduced capacity. Tempeh provides 15 to 20 grams of protein per 3-ounce serving, but here's what makes it special. The fermentation process breaks down complex proteins into more digestible forms while actually increasing the bioavailability of amino acids. This means your body can use more of the protein with less metabolic work. For people over 60 with low GFR, this is game-changing. The fermentation process also creates beneficial compounds that support overall digestive health, which becomes increasingly important as our gut bacteria naturally decline with age. Harold, a 74-year-old former construction worker, was struggling with morning fatigue after his GFR dropped to 52. "My wife started making me tempeh bacon for breakfast," he told me. "I was skeptical because I'd never heard of it, but within 2 weeks, I was waking up at 5:30 a.m. feeling like I could build a house again." The nutty, slightly meaty flavor of tempeh makes it an excellent breakfast protein when sliced thin and pan-fried until crispy. Unlike processed breakfast meats that are loaded with sodium and phosphorus, tempeh provides clean protein that actually supports kidney health rather than burdening it. Here's the morning preparation that works best. Slice tempeh into quarter-inch strips and pan-fry in a small amount of olive oil until golden brown. Season with herbs instead of salt. This provides sustained energy that lasts until lunch, without the mid-morning crash that comes from refined breakfast foods. Number 2. Quinoa. Here comes something that might revolutionize your breakfast thinking. Quinoa isn't just a side dish or lunch ingredient, it's actually one of the most perfect breakfast proteins for people over 60 with kidney concerns. This ancient grain provides complete protein in a form that's incredibly gentle on reduced kidney function. What makes quinoa so special is that it's one of the few plant foods that contains all 9 essential amino acids in proper proportions. For people over 60, this is crucial because our bodies become less efficient at combining different protein sources to create complete amino acid profiles. A cup of cooked quinoa provides about 8 grams of complete protein with minimal phosphorus and a favorable potassium-to-protein ratio. But here's what makes it ideal for morning energy. Quinoa provides sustained-release energy that prevents the blood sugar crashes that leave you feeling exhausted by 10 a.m. Here's where quinoa becomes particularly valuable for people with low GFR. Unlike high-protein animal foods that can stress compromised kidneys, quinoa provides protein along with complex carbohydrates that actually support kidney function by providing steady glucose for energy production. Dorothy, a 68-year-old librarian with a GFR of 48, discovered this by accident. "I started making quinoa breakfast bowls because my dietitian said I needed to eat less meat protein. I mixed cooked quinoa with berries and a little almond butter. To my surprise, I had steady energy all morning for the first time in months." The fiber in quinoa also helps regulate blood sugar, preventing the energy spikes and crashes that become more common as we age. This is particularly important for people over 60, as insulin sensitivity naturally decreases with age. For optimal morning preparation, cook quinoa in advance and reheat with low-potassium fruits like berries, a small amount of nuts or seeds, and a drizzle of maple syrup. This creates a breakfast that feels indulgent, but actually supports both kidney health and sustained energy. Number 1. Small portions of lean poultry. Now here's the protein choice that might surprise you most. Despite what you may have heard about limiting animal proteins with kidney issues, small portions of lean poultry can actually be one of the best breakfast choices for people over 60 with reduced GFR when done correctly. The key word here is small. We're not talking about the massive chicken breast that covers half your plate. We're talking about a strategic 2 to 3 ounce portion, about the size of a deck of cards, that provides maximum nutrition with minimal kidney burden. Here's why this works so well for morning energy when your GFR is reduced. Lean poultry provides all essential amino acids in perfect ratios for muscle protein synthesis. But when consumed in appropriate portions, it doesn't overwhelm your kidneys' filtering capacity. A 3-ounce portion of skinless chicken breast provides about 26 grams of high-quality protein, exactly the amount research shows older adults need to overcome anabolic resistance and maintain muscle mass. But here's the crucial timing element that most people miss. When you consume this protein first thing in the morning, after an overnight fast, your body is primed to use every amino acid for energy production and muscle maintenance, rather than storing excess as waste products that burden your kidneys. Dr. Robert Mansky, a nephrologist specializing in aging and kidney health, explained this to me. We did a 6-month study with 180 adults over 65 who had GFR between 45-59. Those who had small portions of lean protein at breakfast maintained significantly better energy levels and muscle mass than those who either avoided protein or consumed it mainly at dinner. The preparation method makes all the difference. Baked, grilled, or poached chicken breast, seasoned with herbs and spices, provides clean protein without the sodium and phosphorus additives found in processed meats. When paired with kidney-friendly vegetables, this creates a breakfast that supports both energy production and long-term health. Frank, a 71-year-old retired mechanic, put this into practice after his GFR dropped to 51. I started having a small piece of grilled chicken with my breakfast vegetables instead of bacon or sausage. My wife thought I was crazy eating dinner food for breakfast, but my energy levels improved so much that now she does it too. The secret is in the amino acid profile and timing. Morning consumption of complete proteins like lean poultry provides leucine, the amino acid most responsible for triggering muscle protein synthesis in older adults. This helps combat sarcopenia while providing sustained energy throughout the morning. Now that you know these 6 kidney-friendly proteins, let me share the specific morning routine that can transform your energy levels within days, not weeks. This isn't just about choosing better proteins, it's about combining them strategically to maximize both kidney health and morning vitality. The optimal approach is to rotate between these 6 proteins throughout the week, ensuring variety while maintaining consistency. Monday and Thursday, egg white scrambles with vegetables. Tuesday and Friday, white fish with herbs and lemon. Wednesday and Saturday, tofu or tempeh preparations. Sunday, quinoa breakfast bowls with berries. Timing is crucial. Consume your chosen protein within 1 hour of waking, preferably after drinking a large glass of water to support kidney function. This provides your body with amino acids when muscle protein synthesis is most active and helps prevent the mid-morning energy crash that affects so many people over 60. Portion control becomes critical when your GFR is reduced. Stick to the recommended amounts: 2 to 4 egg whites, 3 ounces of fish or poultry, 1 to 2 cup of tofu or tempeh, or 1 cup of cooked quinoa. These portions provide adequate protein for muscle maintenance without overwhelming your kidneys' filtering capacity. Before we go further, I need to share the warning signs that your current breakfast choices are actually working against your kidney health and morning energy levels. Most people over 60 experience these symptoms but never connect them to their protein choices. Morning brain fog that doesn't improve with coffee is often the first sign that protein waste products are building up in your bloodstream. When your kidneys can't efficiently filter urea and creatinine, these toxins affect cognitive function, making you feel mentally sluggish even after a full night's sleep. Persistent morning fatigue, despite adequate sleep, often indicates that your kidneys worked overtime during the night processing protein waste from your previous day's meals. This is particularly common in people who consume large amounts of red meat or processed proteins for dinner. Swelling in your hands, feet, or face upon waking suggests that your kidneys couldn't eliminate excess fluid and waste products overnight. This is often exacerbated by high-sodium processed breakfast foods that force your kidneys to retain water to dilute accumulated toxins. Changes in urination patterns, either decreased volume with dark, concentrated urine or frequent trips to the bathroom with dilute urine, indicate that your kidneys are struggling to maintain proper waste elimination and fluid balance. Understanding what happens inside your body when you consume different proteins can help you make better choices for both kidney health and energy levels. As we age, our kidneys undergo natural changes that affect how efficiently they can process protein waste. Glomerular filtration rate naturally declines about 1 milliliter per minute per year after age 30, accelerating after age 65. This doesn't necessarily indicate disease, it's part of normal aging. However, it does mean that protein choices become more critical for maintaining both kidney health and overall vitality. When you consume high-quality proteins like those we've discussed, your body efficiently converts amino acids into energy and muscle tissue with minimal waste production. However, when you consume lower-quality proteins or excessive amounts, your kidneys must work harder to filter nitrogen-containing waste products like urea and creatinine. The key is choosing proteins that provide maximum nutritional benefit with minimal metabolic burden. The 6 proteins we've discussed have been specifically selected because they offer complete amino acid profiles with favorable phosphorus-to-protein ratios and minimal acid loads on aging kidneys. The difference between these kidney-friendly proteins and conventional breakfast choices comes down to 3 critical factors: waste production, nutrient density, and digestibility. Each of our 6 choices excels in all 3 areas. Waste production refers to the nitrogen-containing byproducts that your kidneys must filter after protein metabolism. Processed meats, for example, create high levels of urea and creatinine that can accumulate when kidney function is reduced. Our 6 proteins produce significantly fewer waste products that need elimination. Nutrient density becomes crucial when you're limiting protein portions due to kidney concerns. You need proteins that provide maximum amino acid value per gram consumed. Egg whites, white fish, and the other proteins we've discussed offer superior amino acid profiles compared to their waste production. Digestibility affects how efficiently your aging digestive system can break down and absorb proteins. Fermented options like tempeh and properly prepared tofu are pre-digested, making them easier on both your digestive system and kidneys. Ready to experience what proper protein choices can do for your morning energy levels? Here's a specific 7-day protocol that has helped hundreds of people over 60 reclaim their morning vitality while supporting kidney health. Day 1. Start with 3 egg whites scrambled with bell peppers and onions. Notice how you feel 2 hours later compared to your usual breakfast. Most people report feeling more alert and less hungry. Day 2. Try 3 ounces of baked white fish with herbs and a small portion of vegetables. Pay attention to your energy levels throughout the morning. Many people find this surprisingly satisfying for breakfast. Day 3. Experiment with a tofu scramble seasoned with turmeric and nutritional yeast. The key is proper seasoning to make it appealing. Notice the sustained energy without afternoon crashes. Day 4. Return to egg whites but try a different vegetable combination. Consistency with variety helps identify which combinations work best for your individual needs and preferences. Day 5. Try tempeh prepared as breakfast strips, sliced thin and pan-fried until crispy. Many people are surprised by how much this satisfies traditional breakfast cravings. Day 6. Prepare a quinoa breakfast bowl with berries and a small amount of nuts. This provides a more traditional cereal experience with superior nutrition. Day 7. Have a small portion of lean poultry with breakfast vegetables. This might feel unusual at first, but many people find it provides the most sustained energy of all options. Throughout the week, keep a simple energy log rating how you feel at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. on a scale of 1 to 10. Most people see significant improvements by day 3, with major changes by the end of the week. While choosing the right proteins is crucial, supporting your kidney health and morning energy requires a comprehensive approach. The timing, preparation, and combination of foods all play important roles in how you feel throughout the day. Hydration timing matters more than most people realize. Drink 16 to 20 ounces of water upon waking to support kidney function and help process protein waste. This also helps prevent the dehydration that can make morning fatigue worse. Meal timing affects both kidney function and energy levels. Consuming your protein-rich breakfast within 1 hour of waking optimizes muscle protein synthesis and provides steady energy release throughout the morning. Delaying breakfast often leads to poor food choices and energy crashes later in the day. Preparation methods can dramatically affect both kidney burden and nutrient absorption. Baking, grilling, steaming, and poaching are preferred over frying or processing. These methods preserve protein quality while minimizing added fats and sodium that can burden kidney function. Combination strategies help maximize both nutrition and satisfaction. Pairing proteins with kidney-friendly vegetables provides fiber that helps regulate blood sugar and supports digestive health. This prevents energy spikes and crashes while providing sustained vitality. Making these protein changes isn't just about feeling better tomorrow morning, it's about preserving your health, independence, and quality of life for years to come. The benefits compound over time in ways that might surprise you. Muscle mass preservation becomes critical after age 60, when we naturally lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade. The proteins we've discussed provide the amino acids necessary to combat sarcopenia while being gentle on kidney function. This helps maintain strength, balance, and independence. Energy stabilization occurs within days of making these changes. Instead of the afternoon crashes and morning sluggishness that many people accept as normal aging, you'll experience more consistent energy throughout the day. Kidney function preservation is the long-term goal. While we can't reverse age-related GFR decline, choosing kidney-friendly proteins helps prevent accelerated decline and reduces the risk of needing dialysis or experiencing kidney failure. Cognitive function improvement often surprises people most. When protein waste products aren't building up in your bloodstream, mental clarity improves significantly. Many people report feeling sharp again for the first time in years. Every morning when you decide what to eat for breakfast, you're making a choice that affects not just how you'll feel today, but how well your kidneys will function for years to come. The 6 proteins we've discussed aren't just alternatives to what you're currently eating, they're investments in your long-term health and vitality. Think about Robert again, the retired teacher who called his daughter in tears because he couldn't get out of bed before 9 a.m. 6 weeks after switching to kidney-friendly proteins for breakfast, He was back to his 6 a.m. garden routine and taking mile-long walks after lunch. His GFR didn't change dramatically, but his quality of life was completely transformed. Your kidneys have been working for you every second of every day for over 60 years. They've filtered millions of gallons of blood, removed countless toxins, and maintained the delicate chemical balance that keeps you alive. Now they need your help to continue doing their job effectively. The choice is simple, but it's not automatic. You have to decide whether you want to continue accepting morning fatigue and declining energy as inevitable parts of aging, or whether you want to take control and give your body the kidney-friendly nutrition it needs to thrive. These 6 proteins, egg whites, white fish, tofu, tempeh, quinoa, and small portions of lean poultry, represent more than just food choices. They represent a commitment to supporting your aging body rather than working against it. Start tomorrow morning. Choose one of these 6 proteins and notice how different you feel by 10 a.m. Your kidneys will thank you, your energy levels will improve, and you'll remember what it feels like to wake up ready to embrace the day rather than struggle through it. The power to transform your mornings is literally on your breakfast plate. Make the choice that your 70-year-old, 80-year-old, and 90-year-old self will thank you for. Your kidneys are counting on it, and they're counting on you.